Okay, so first things first, before we even get into the video, I tried to make this video a couple weeks ago, but there was so much new information that was coming out, so I decided to give it some time to wait till mainly, not like all the information's out, but till a lot of more information's out, so that way I can explain more as to what's going on. So now let's get into it. So for those that don't know, NMSU basketball has been shut down for the rest of the season due to hazing allegations with the team. 3 of the players were hazing at least one of the other players, if not more. I've heard that the victim said that there might have been other victims as well. So it's just a crazy situation in general. And then dating back to November when the whole shooting happened with Mike Peake and all that, it was a self-defense shooting, but it was still crazy. And there's just been a lot going on with the team this year. As you guys know, I am a student at New Mexico State University, so it's just a crazy situation to be a part of. And it's just crazy that the team is going through something like this because they've been a successful program pretty much forever, ever since they were a basketball school. They've always been really good. But this year was just a struggle for them, and I think the main reason that they were struggling was probably due to this. Like, you gotta think about it. These guys, they're still young players. They're between the ages of like 18 and 22, whatever it may be. And they're just seeing their teammates get hazed like this, seeing stuff that they obviously don't want to see, and then they gotta play through that. Not all of them probably like each other due to that. And it's just a crazy situation. Like, it's not something that I would have assumed. And as you guys see here, this is like the email talking about how everything got canceled with the season. Head coach Greg Heier was fired, which is great. It's a great sign because a lot of the teams because they weren't doing that well, and a lot of it was due to the coaching and just the situation in general. Like I said, dating back to that shooting, he did hide the gun, and it just sucks because they got great players. Like, as you see here, this is Xavier Pinson. He played at LSU last season before this year, and played very well. This is DeSandre Washington, who was probably our best player this year. He's actually declaring for the NBA draft this year. So hopefully he can make and do good things. But we just got great talent. Just the whole situation, just like I said, ruined this season. I feel like if we didn't have any of this crap happen, we could have definitely had a great season. I think we could have definitely made it back to the NCAA tournament, win the WAC for the last year that they're in it. This is Anthony Roy. This is one of our best scorers off the bench. Again, just great players. We had a great recruiting class too. I just watched back old videos about a lot of people talking about how we had such a great recruiting class and how we had a lot of great players come in and how they thought Greg Heier was going to be a great coach, because he did win a JUCO national championship with his players, DeSandre Washington and Isa Muhammad, are on the team. The players haven't come out, like, it hasn't been confirmed who the players were that were hazing, and the victims haven't been confirmed. They probably won't, which is a good sign. They don't want to do that. Trying to ruin these guys' careers, but I mean, they could face up to 5 years in prison, the guys who were hazing. It's just a horrible situation to be a part of, and it's just scary. Like, I just think about it and I'm like, dude, like, I'm so glad that I don't have to be part of this situation. I'm glad that nothing like this has happened to me, but I just feel bad for the players that had to go through this. I've talked to a lot of the players on the team, and most of them have said that they're going to be retiring, not retiring, what the heck, transferring. And some of the players that were committed to play at NMSU have decommitted. They're saying that the Aggies are still an option to go, but just with everything going on, they just wanted to weigh other options and see what's best in store for them, which makes sense because, like, you gotta think about it. Like, if you're committed to go to a school and you hear something like this happen, like, would you really want to go? If you're a player, like, would you really want to stay at the school that this is happening at? It's definitely a scary situation. So a lot of people, including myself, believe that there'll be a brand new team next year, like whole new coaching staff, whole new players. So we just gotta wait and see what happens. Like I said, it's just a crazy situation. It just really sucks that this had to happen. Pretty much everything I just told you is pretty much everything that's been in the news. There was a press conference here at NMSU, and as you guys see here, this just goes to show that the rest of their games have been canceled. But like I said, there was a press conference here at NMSU. I would have gone to it, but I did have class, sadly. Look, it's Greg Heier. But yeah, I had class, so I couldn't go. I did have some friends that go, and they said it was a good experience for them. So it was overall, it was pretty good. And it just sucks. Like I said, this whole situation is just challenging for the players, the coaches, and just the school in general. Like, a lot of students too have talked about it, how it's been hard on them, just having to understand what's going on. It's just crazy, and it just sucks. Like I said, like, nobody wants to go through that. And I know some of the guys personally from the team. I'm friends with some of them, and then some of them I'm like friends with, but I've talked to them before. And it's just crazy to think, like, man, like, that this all happened. That's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For the last 40 seconds of this video, I'm just going to play the rest of the highlights. So enjoy and have a great week.